The holidays are a special time of year. It gives people a chance to forget about their everyday problems from work and school and spend time with the ones they love. Recently, people have been critical of what's known as Hallmark holidays, like Valentine's Day or Grandparents' Day. People criticize these holidays because of the emphasis on spending instead of focusing on the true meaning of the holiday. Even though sometimes people can go overboard with spending, there is still true power a gift can hold. It can help bring people together, remind you of what you care, and most importantly, spread joy in a society that could really use some right now. Using Rotary's four-way model, you are going to understand the true value a gift can hold. The first component of Rotary's four-way model is it the truth? So, is it true that a gift can hold real power? I think so, and studies do too. The University of Alabama did a research study where they examined what happens in the brain when receiving a gift. So, when you get a gift, parts of your brain that release a neurotransmitter called dopamine activate. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter associated with feelings of joy and happiness. So, when receiving a gift, these dopamine feelings start coming over you and you just start feeling happy and joyful. I think there's true power in this. It doesn't matter what the gift is, how big or small, or even how much it costs, it'll still make you happy. I think there's power in being able to change the trajectory of a person's day just by spending even the smallest amount of money on them. There are so many reasons people could be sad nowadays, whether they just had a bad day or they lost someone recently, but knowing that you can change how they're feeling just by giving them something is true power. The second component of Rotary's four-way model is it fair? So, is it fair that a gift holds real power? I think so. Pub Medicine did a research study where they had two groups. One group was told to go buy something for themselves, while another group was told to go buy something for someone they love. Not only did the group that had to buy something for a loved one spend more money, but they also had reportedly more feelings of joy and happiness. One of the biggest arguments I hear around not wanting to buy someone a gift is that they are afraid the person won't buy them a gift in return or won't spend the same amount of money on them. But if you are happy just by buying someone a gift, even more so than you just spending that money on yourself, isn't that fair? Because you get to know that you did a good thing for someone and got to change the trajectory of their day, and the person that you gave the gift to gets to know that someone cares about them and thought about them enough to get them a meaningful gift. I can't think of something more fair than both people getting something out of one person doing work. The third component of Rotary's four-way model is will it build goodwill or better friendships? And I have a personal story to tell on why it will. Me and my close friend Tanya went to Pilates class every Sunday during the summer. We went to cheap YMCA classes. They were free, but we always had a good time. The only problem is, during the school year, we can't go to those classes anymore. I was upset at losing this valuable time with my friend. So when her birthday came around, I decided to buy her the gift of an experience. I paid for us to go to the nice Pilates studio with the cool reformers and the experienced instructor. When I told her this, she got so happy and we had a blast going. Tanya was so happy by this gift for two reasons. One, she understood that I cared about things she cared about, and second, she understood that I valued spending time with her. A gift doesn't always have to be a physical object, but spending money on giving people a memory. You could take someone out to eat, or pay for someone to go to a concert. Whatever you do, you are building a valuable memory with a person. The way to build a better friendship is just by spending time with them so you can build your relationship. So using your goodwill to spend your money on someone else that you want to have a closer relationship with is powerful. And I think that being able to buy someone that experience will help the person build a better friendship. The fourth and final component of Rotary's four-way model is it beneficial? And I think the power of a gift is one of the most beneficial things on this planet. The only thing I wanted for my 8th birthday was a Hatchimal. If you haven't had the grace at seeing one of these things, let me tell you. It's a gremlin-looking like creature that can peck its way through a brittle white eggshell and it pops out at you. After it pops out, it has glowing eyes, furry, can roll around on the ground. It is one of the coolest things ever to little 7-year-old me. And that was all I wanted for my 8th birthday. The only problem with it is that it was $60, and my dad, who only worked landscaping jobs on the side, couldn't afford to buy me it. So I was upset that I wasn't going to get my only toy for my birthday. And I was also upset when my dad couldn't make my 8th birthday party because he had one of these landscaping jobs. When I was opening my presents, I got to the last gift with my dad's name written on it. I ripped it open and I saw what it was.
It was a Hatchimal. I was so excited. I started jumping up and down. I ran around the table. I even did a cartwheel. I was just so happy to receive my Hatchimal. Whenever I look at this Hatchimal, I'm reminded of how much my dad loves and cares about me. This would end up being the last thing my dad ever bought for me. My dad died 4 days before my 8th birthday and bought the gift about 2 weeks in advance after working extra landscaping jobs to afford it. Whenever I look at this Hatchimal, I'm reminded of how much my dad loved and cared about me. Being able to buy someone something that they can look back on and remember you by is so important. You will never know the last time you get to be with a person. So buying the experience of going out with them to make that better memory, or buying them something that they can be reminded of by you whenever they look at, is so important. This is beneficial because you'll always have that memory of that person, and you'll always know that you are loved and cared about. Whenever I look at my Hatchimal, it reminds me that my dad would be with me right now if he could be. And that is so important, because on the days I miss him, I can just look at this Hatchimal and know that I am loved. So the next time is one of these Hallmark holidays like Valentine's Day, and you're considering not getting a loved one a gift, please remember the power of a gift. The trueness of how it will make the person feel. How fair it is that both of you get to be happy by it. Knowing that you are spreading goodwill and making your friendship stronger, and knowing that you will always have that memory of that moment to look back on. Thank you.